most preferred composition here would have been that this is a brick body that is by now golden and in the long run diamond, and I have like one haste skill or low enough cooldowns to have as many monitor lizard procs as possible and reach the internal cooldown, which is this can only trigger every around 0.2 seconds, so 5 times per second. And even if I haste more, it does not trigger more often. I don't need tools. The upgrade here is rather reasonable, since it's kind of a lot on the lizard. And there's health. I feel like I'm rather weak on the health. And also, since I don't have really reasonable shield, health is kind of a more important resource. So I value just getting here a little health in. We can look for gold items, skills, or burn items. We don't really want burn items. We reasonably would really appreciate a golden brick body or a golden chrono barrier. But like freeze skills and especially poison skills on this build kind of popping off and are really like nice haste skills as well. It's a close call, since I am not confidently like saying that, I was saying I'm not rich. I'm kind of starting to be rich. I still want to go for skills. It's kind of early, I know, but like leftmost +4 poison is like kind of increasing by a lot the poison here, though cooldown reduction on the core is probably just more important. So I will do this though. Nothing to see here. We can fight Pygmalion. Let's hope we get not one-shotted here. Did they not fix the knee brace stuff? To my knowledge, not. And last time it was checked on stream, it was still working. And they have not announced any patches, so I would be hugely surprised if it was fixed. To my knowledge, not. Is it worth playing Pure Cooler with Companion Core? Sorry, I am trying to catch up with chat. I'm a little behind. Please don't be mad. The answer is it depends. I play this composition kind of a lot. Let me shortly do the here and then I elaborate further. Cooldown reduction is pretty sick. Loot is pretty good. Poison extract is pretty good. Upgrade is also reasonable. It's probably the poison extract just to have like a early fast scaling on the poison. But it's a close call here. Okay, towards the peer conditioner. The answer is if you have a really fast setup, like this core is definitely below 4 seconds and proccing a lot. You have a race call or missiles, you have like your Aiden, maybe another haste skill, and you're proccing really a lot. Also, you have neither a really good brick body or a really good chrono barrier or any of the other premium options. I have run peer conditioner a lot, and I am rather happy because he buys me a lot of time. Even if it's no perma-freeze as it was before, like 2 patches, it's still a rather decent amount of staling my opponent and therefore making myself giving the time to just kill him with a rather fast monitor lizard. At this moment, for example, I don't think the peer conditioner is good enough to be reasonable on the board, even if I got it for free, just because it's proccing way too few times per whatever. JJ is okay. Gold is experience for free is better. I don't need weapons. Region is not doing a lot. Go to Finn, same as before. I put it on the Aiden, and here I prefer this skill, though I should have considered also the other left side Viper for the region skill. Probably I should have went to the left here, not gonna lie. I was asked why I don't have the LEDs on board. They're bronze LEDs that have no courier upgrades, so they're not carrying at all. they need to have like a sort of justification over the extended procs I get out of the battery on the gamma ray. So if they have like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 8 seconds, they're amazing. 1 second is not a lot. They will not stack on my opponent to a reasonable degree. Skills are amazing. I want to go for skills. Freeze is good. Freeze is the best. It's above average. Let's go. Poison extract, cooldown reduction. Both are reasonable. We are at the point where a little bit of extra poison is still really good, but I still want to get my companion core down, so I just go here for the cooldown reduction. Aerodrome is pretty good because you have the opportunity to get your Icy Lizard and skills, so let's go if you can get there. Curio is already pretty good. I like Curio a lot. Let's go for Curio. We were also not completely rich to justify rolling a lot of gold away. There's an insect wing. There is another haste that we like. I don't, unfortunately, get any extra slow. This is also justifiable, and this is also justifiable. This is, I will just pick it, whatever. We want to get the extra haste on the Aiden because it's proccing the most, though we also should consider it on the core for a second, because I said we want to upgrade the core at some point. And this is effectively upgrading the core. I put it on the core. Cooldown reduction. Braces are in. This should be on the core. And nothing else I want. PvP fight should be free, and I try to catch up. Alwest is already calling me out. I should have put the companion core in the stash because I have the overclocked skill and that is already decreasing. But if it's in the stash, it's the same. I read chat and I came to the same conclusion just a little second before. It was a misplay on my side. So how this works is on two ways. Every cooldown that is already added to the core will be added to the core, and then the reduction is taking place that I click from the level up rewards. And in that particular way, since I have here like 50 cooldown reduction, it might be like I have to think about it and calculate it, but I might need to consider putting it into the stash. Probably I should. And then do the cooldown reduction 5% for the level up reward, because this skill is otherwise already added and then decreasing the value. But it's the same with the knee brace, that on the other side is increasing the value, and then you have like a higher decrease. As far as the discussion goes, whether this is a feature or a bug, I feel like at the moment it is working as described. And I think I like this mechanic. It's a nitty, small, min-max mechanic that people can use, but the downside of not using it is also like not game-breaking, changing in total, and it gives like viewers the opportunity to correct streamers that forget it. So I like the way it works. We should have won the fight. We won the fight. Chocolate is still good. Small items, maybe considerable to upgrade the battery or the LEDs. Let's look for small items. I don't care about the crypto here. Gold items are pretty good now. I want to try to hit like something that is more valuable to upgrade with the level up reward in 1.5 level. So maybe we can get a chrono barrier. I'm not invested into a golden race call. I rather have the early start. There is a water cooler. I don't have a brick body to like maximize the scaling, so I cannot stale out my opponents, which makes the value of this, I wouldn't say less, but like a lot less even. I'm not buying it. Does not feel right. We go for Joyful Jack. When fights are this one-sided, is it worth running the knee brace on board? So the thing is, the reward is 100 HP, and while I would say 100 HP are 100 HP, in comparison it's falling off after the first few days, and the risk is kind of high. Like, imagine having a bonk on your opponent that might screw you rather soon, and often makes you lose the fight. Like, it has to be not even remotely close, and you can, I would say, assume sometimes that might be the case. But even if you have like your random opponent that only won 2 rounds, he just hit his lizard the first time you face him, and on top of it, it is a, let's say, icy lizard or a burning lizard, and you're just dead, and you're like, okay, he has like 2 wins, and I'm the guy who I'm losing to him. So I wouldn't risk losing a fight for 100 HP. I need to be honest there. You rate Chrono Barrier very high. So a Golden Chrono Barrier is not good enough to be on most boards, but a Diamond Chrono Barrier is nearly always good enough to be on every board. And if I find a Golden Chrono Barrier, I can put it in the stash and upgrade it with the level up reward that I get after level 10, like towards level 11. And therefore I try to get my hands on a Chrono Barrier, because kinda it makes me certain I will win most fights after that. Medium items are okay. Some of the high roll potential, as mentioned, Chrono Barrier. This is extra health and scaling and stuff. Like extra heal and extra health. Both are kind of valuable. I'm not too convinced there's my Chrono Barrier, so I just take the guaranteed HP. Poison Extract is pretty good. 3 loot items could also have like a Poison Extract and a Feather, but it's a gamble. I feel like both is in a reasonable manner, but I lately have lost a few rounds to people that just started with a lot more poison on their lizard, so I should value this higher, though I would really love to get my companion core further down. Health is good. Health is better than small items and large items. Setup is still like this, and we just go. We need Lizard to be out of the game. I agree. I think Lizard is just over-tuned by far, and probably by itself way too strong. They had like just the oversight of missing it. They will fix that issue, and Reynard already said they will nerf him into the ground, so next patch you will probably not see him played for a long time. At least that is what I assume. I feel it is fair play. Though I enjoy playing Companion Core, it is a little lame just to play the game of even more looking for Lizard than anything else. And I feel like the game would be in a healthier state if Lizard was far less strong or not in the game. Not gonna lie, but also I'm not feeling he's as dominant as Pufferfish was, or like hurting the meta completely, and you cannot play anything else. I mean, I can, as a burn, dually race him. I feel like a Pygmalion can, in the later days, still race him. And even good Vanessas can raise him with the right skills. So it is good. It is still a healthy matter, and I think it's I personally I enjoy the game as it is. I'm happy how it is, so it's totally fine for me. I might see that Vanessa and Pygmalion mains feel different about it. I acknowledge the situation. It is anyway not even remotely in my control to change any of this, so I just take the world how it is. Chocolate is good, but falling off. A haste item might be an Aiden, might be a Batteray that is still considered a haste item. But also there are a lot of other haste items. JJ has like just a little bit to show. I rather look at items and decide what I want. Nothing to see here. Large items don't interest me. I don't need the freebie. I look at items. I like looking at items. There's my chrono barrier. I am so happily taking and upgrading with the next level up reward. Also, I will upgrade my LEDs here. Easy decision. We go for the strongest fight. And Eastax is also an appreciator of Brick Buddy. I kinda agree, though I would try to play Brick Buddy instead of the missiles here. So my most preferred setup is just having it kinda like this, and then having here my Brick Buddy. And if I have just one more skill that is like a haste source, or I have like really low cooldown on the core, I'm already perma hasted on the lizard. And then I have the reliability of the Brick Buddy in the burn mirror or against weapons, and just like a lot of sustainability here. And I still have like decent amount of scaling and damage output. And if you put like put in the work and have like a little bit more HP, you can mostly reliably win with your extra 1 to 2,000 HP the mirror, and you just cruise your 10 wins. I did not find it. I will probably play it somewhat like this, though with the chrono barrier. We will see in a few seconds. So I will definitely upgrade the chrono barrier. There are not many medium items. I rather have either skills or relax. In all honesty, the more I think about it, we are cheesing here. We have a chrono barrier. We will probably start proccing way faster and earlier with our damage output than our opponents due to the chrono barrier, but we're missing like some sort of defense. So I will take the relax and say, well, we have 2 more days. We win those 2 more days. Let's just make sure we do this. Same decision again. A temp boost is just making me more and more certain to win my next 2 fights. I think I will maybe not hit the full internal cooldown of the lizard. So there might be a consideration to change it, but I think the scaling here is still reasonable. The only consideration is probably like this, to make sure I have more haste uptime for the lizard and more procs. Though I feel like this is just good enough, and we can see how far off the mark we are. I feel like if we need half a second less cooldown on the core to be more reliable here, let's go with this. We should win our fight anyway. If you find high rank LEDs, you play them here, right? Probably not, because I value them more against Pygmalion, and not as much against Dualies and Vanessas. But if this is only bronze and I have like golden LEDs or even above buff due to Curio, I would go for it. Here's my haste skill I'm missing for the internal cooldown situation. This is amazing. Obviously, I will not get rid of this. I mean, okay, I can. I have this one. So anyway, this is Invigorating Hold. It is by far one of the best items. If I find an Icicle, I would play the Icicle. I don't think much matters here. We are like giga strong at the moment, so whatever. We take a gold skill. We don't really need to upgrade it. We can rather get another source of haste on the core, though whatever. We fight this opponent. I think in this game we already like high rolled with a chrono barrier, so there will not be much mattering to win this game out. Do you upgrade the core if you don't have enough haste? It's a good question. The answer is it depends on what haste you're talking about. I think we might talk about two different hastes. One haste, and in that case I should upgrade it, is if I don't have like all the time haste on my friends. This will likely not occur because I already put like some boots on them. So that this is effectively a golden companion core, and I should, even with some slow, not run out of haste on my friends in general. The other haste, and that is the haste I was like kind of a little bit talking about, is how often I haste my items. So because every source of haste is triggering my monitor lizard. And this is not the same as getting one extra second haste on the core, because the extra second haste on the core is not another proc for the lizard itself. So in that case, it does not matter. So in case there was a confusion, I wanted to make it clear. In other ways, I hope I answered the question anyway. Here it's an easy decision. It's a lot of nothing and extra poison. We go with extra poison, though our inventory is full, so let's clean it up a little. We can try to high roll a little bit with the shield skills. There are a few that would be good here. I don't want a large item. I don't want a freebie. So let's see if there's something that is good. Nothing of this necessarily matter. Like 12 extra shield on a chrono barrier is negligible. I don't scale per burn, so I skip. I will definitely go to Curio, try to hit my icicle, buy the other stuff out anyway. I can afford the situation here. I don't think I have seen an icicle. I at least hope so. I probably think the crit should be on the heal. I cannot. I have to put this on the board for this, but now I should put it off the board. Yeah. Okay. It's like this. And I'm still kind of certain we are winning most of the matchups. Though there is a consideration for LEDs here. Because, and that is something someone pointed out, Shrek, just because of the synergy of Chrono Barrier increasing their cooldown and then slowing them, it's like kind of amazing to do the combo. So it might be valuable to just like double slow them and putting in the LEDs here. I feel like it is a close call since the LEDs are silver without any upgrades. And it's also kind of, since we don't have defenses, a race. So the question is, do I win the race likelier? Like in general, I don't think we are losing. But do we win the race likelier if we scale like a decent amount of poison more? Or if we put like at least some slow on our opponent? It will not be perma-slowed. We're not fast enough. The LEDs are not fast enough. I don't know. It should be close in this case. Like, it would be easier for me to consider if this is 3, 4, 5 seconds because we accumulate a lot of slow. But having like a little bit of freeze may disrupt them as well. And on top of this, I get like a lot of scaling. and I feel like the scaling is reasonable. I would go with this, but I definitely acknowledge that it is a close call between those two options here. Though we have like freeze, and freeze is hasting the core due to this one, so I feel like it's more in my favor anyway. Was it really better removing the core from the board for the feather? You don't get the 1 second increase from the brace that way, right? Yes. A few minutes ago, when Always pointed out that I was screwing up a little, I had like the core once on the board and once up, and the difference was more than 1 second. I think it was 1.1 second at that time. So for that reason, 1.1 second is a little more than 1 second, but it's kind of on the same, in the same area ballpark, so whatever. Nice. We had a good perfect run here. We take this. Since I have so many viewers, I want to keep going at least a little bit further. I hope I'm not getting too exhausted and unconcentrated. But I still think I should take a 2-minute break again, just to walk a little, let fresh air in the room. I will be back in 2 to 3 minutes. You can stay around. I am greatly appreciate you all enjoying my commentary and analysis. If you have any feedback, feel free. If you have any questions, feel free. I try to catch up with chat and engage with you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. See you in 2 minutes. Okay, I am already back. Thank you for the congratulations for the run. I will do another one. Before I restart the client, Rectol, Dr. Pylon, Shingo 9084, Asteris 013, and Numero. Thank you all for the follow. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I appreciate you being here and taking your time watching me. Genuinely, Happy to have you here. I find Companion Core to be super strong, but I struggle consistently win day 1 and 2 with it. Any tips? Okay. Like multiple things. I try to value XP a little higher because having like the opportunity to have 2 medium items on the board on day 1 will make you much likelier win. So I will, instead of shopping 3 times at JJ, rather pick the experience because it is more important for me to have the board. And that is different, a very huge difference how I approach the game with the Ignition Core, where I think it is more important to find my Omega Ray, and I rather have an Omega Ray on the board and not the 2 slots. Second of all, there are just like a few items that are really valuable. I primarily think most matchups are one, like the average matchup is one if you find your brick buddy. But it is not guaranteed, it's really hard, so, you know, part of it is get lucky, find a brick buddy. Also, like First Aiden is really, really good in every core just because of the very fast trigger, the haste, and the heal. So try to still find this one. And obviously the Poison Ray is kind of really strong scaling and a lot stronger of scaling than the other rays, especially in the Companion Core. Also, it helps to try to get the 8 gold monster loot and high roll your way with like 8 gold monster loot, because if you get like +4 poison or 3 poison and find your lizard, a lizard with like 4 poison on it or 5 poison on it is kind of strong enough to at least stay a chance, and you always want to buy your lizard if you find it, of course.